Hey guys, welcome back. Here's a Blackwing deck profile. I don't really play Blackwings all that much. I mean, this is the first one I've made in a while, but I decided to make one because since the last time I played Blackwings, there's been some cards that have been released, and I wanted to try them out. I'll just jump right into it, I guess. I'm making triple of the Shimoon, the Poison Wind. This card's your main combo piece. He's pretty easy to search out. There's a few, like if you have Black Whirlwind on the field, like there's a few cards that will, you know, some of them they'll, because he's got 1600 attack, so he's bigger than a lot of the other monsters, which is nice actually because you can search a lot of different stuff with him. With his effect, if you didn't know, if you control no monsters and have this card in your hand, you can banish one other Blackwing monster from your hand, place one Black Whirlwind from your deck face up on your spell and trap card zone, which that's super powerful. And then you can basically just normal summon him for free. You can't special summon monsters from the extra deck unless they are dark. But what this means is that you add a Black Whirlwind to the field, and then you basically just get to free activate its effect. What you're going to want to search is either I have a combo that I use actually. So I'll banish like one of these guys. It doesn't really matter as long as it's not Blizzard or Auster. But if it's any of the other ones, you get it back with Auster. After you've searched, if you have, so you play this guy's effect, right, and you get the Black Or one, and then you search either Auster or Gale, and then hopefully you have the other one in your hand, or maybe you have a second Black Whirlwind or something. And then you normal summon this guy to get back whatever you banished, as long as it's it can be special summoned. And then off of this guy's effect, or off of the Black Whirlwind effect, you're gonna want to search for the Harmattan, and then special summon the Harmattan. Go for this guy, the Wise Strix, which lets you special summon a level 4 winged beast, dark winged beast monster from the deck. So he's like Needle Fiber, but he's dark, so you can play him. As per this guy's effect, so you get like one of these guys, and then because you have these two guys, you go for the Big Daddy, the Full Armor Master, as well as normally I'll go for the Assault Blackwing Raikiri with the Gale and whatever I've gotten off of Wise Strix. So now I have Raikiri, and then I have Full Armor Master on the field. And then because this will get destroyed, the Black Whirlwind that you got off of this, it'll get destroyed during the end phase, and you'll take 1,000 damage. I send it back to my hand with Zephyros the Elite. Generally, I'll get Zephyros the Elite off of this guy's effect, and when he's in the graveyard, because of being synchro summoned with, you bounce this card back and summon Zephyros the Elite. Anyways, I'll continue with the deck list. That was my main combo, and then you have good cards. I'm running triple of the Chris. This guy's mostly being ran at 3 because you can special summon him from the hand for free as long as you have a Blackwing monster in the field. But you can only special summon one once per turn. He can also be protected against being destroyed by card effects, being destroyed by spell and trap card effects once per turn, which is nice. He's also 1900, so you can search any other thing in the deck when he's normal summoned, which is really nice. When he's normal summoned off of Black Whirlwind. Running triple Bore of the Spear, this guy can also pretty much special. He has the same effect where he can special summon himself, but he's not limited to once per turn, and he can pierce as well. He also searches basically everything in the deck when you have Black Whirlwind on the field, and he's normal summoned. One Zephyros Elite, you only need one. Even if it gets banished, you can still get it back with Auster. You're only using its effect once per duel anyway, and generally it's going to be off of Shimoon's effect to get this, and then you'll bounce it back, like I said before. And then you'll just have like a Zephyr the Elite on the field, and then you have like Icarus attack face down or something. Anyways, I'm running triple of the Oster. This card is also one of your main combo pieces. You want to see this card. You want like both these in your hand ideally, and then like something else. I'm running one Kalute. I was running like Glow Up Bulb, but I decided to just run Kalute instead because this is a Blackwing card, and I wanted to, I wasn't really getting the Glow Up Bulb at all. It wasn't really coming into play, and so I feel like this would be a lot more helpful for the deck, especially because I'm running like triple allure. But yeah, you could run like one or two. You don't really need. I mean, you could run three as well. Like any amount is fine. I'm also running triple of the Gale. This is another one of the combo pieces because this card can also special summon itself when you have another Blackwing on the field. Also, you can target one monster your opponent controls, and that target's attack and defense become half its current attack defense. So that's pretty powerful as well. I remember when this card and Kalute were both like limited and like semi-limited. Also running one Panaki. Just the one. He can't be used as synchro material except for a synchro summon of a Blackwing monster. Blackwing synchro monster. So, but he is nice because he can search any Blackwing monster from the deck, but only during the end phase when you've used him as a synchro material. So that's nice. He can't special summon himself though, so that kind of sucks. You have to waste your normal summon on him. But it's not that big of a deal because most of the deck can be special summoned. He's only got 1,200 attack points, so he doesn't search out all that much. But, you know, with Black Whirlwind. But with his own effect, he can search anything in the deck. So generally what you're going to want to get is Shamoon. I'm running one of these Steam the Cloak. This guy's main effect, like whenever he leaves the field, you can play a token, a Steam token on the field. It's not a it's not a like you don't get to choose. It just summons a Steam token, and then you can tribute one monster and special summon it from the graveyard. But you can only do that once per duel. So I'm running one Steam the Cloak. This guy's also a level 3 tuner monster, so he will come in handy as well. I'm running two of the Blizzard. I remember this guy used to be like the main focal point of the deck, where you'd search out Blizzard and then you go for Nothung. But he doesn't really come into play all that much because these two guys have been released, and these two guys are like your main combo piece. Then I'm running two of the Harmattan. This guy's also one of your combo pieces. You want to search this off of the Black Whirlwind off of this, and then special summon it to make Wise Strix with whatever you got back banished off of Oster. This guy is also can special summon himself from the hand if you control a Blackwing monster. You can only special summon one per turn this way though. And then if it's normal or special summoned, you can increase this card's level. You can target one of your Blackwing monsters and then increase this card's level by that monster's, which comes in handy sometimes, but like not all the time. It's one of those things that's like you're not really running him for that effect. You're running him for the ability to special summon himself and having low attack points, so you can search him off of like some of your lower guys. And then I'm running one of the Orochi. This card can special summon himself as well, and he's a level 1 tuner. He can also, like, when he's sent to the graveyard as a synchro material, you can target one monster on the field and change its battle position, which is nice. It doesn't come in handy that much, but he's got low attack and he can special summon himself, so that is also, you know, he's like the second one of these, but he's also a tuner, so that comes in handy as well. I'm running triple Allure Darkness. This entire deck is basically dark, so it's like mostly monsters. Over half the deck's monsters. So Allure Darkness is, you know, basically your main like draw power in the deck. One Raigeki, you can only run one. One Foolish Burial and one Monster Reborn. I'm thinking about removing the Foolish Burial actually. This card doesn't really come in handy all that much. There's not really anything you'd want to send to the graveyard unless maybe you have like a Blizzard in your hand and you have nothing else in the graveyard. I mean, maybe Zephyrus Elite, but like even then, like you generally are gonna special summon it off of Wise Strix anyway for the combo, and then and then it's gonna be in your graveyard anyway because of the synchro summon. So it doesn't really come in the handy. I'm thinking about maybe adding a second Kalut and then taking this card out, or maybe adding in something else. But yeah, that's just that. The one Monster Reborn, obviously, because any deck, Monster Reborn is at 1 right now, so there's no reason not to run a Monster Reborn. This card is really good, like I've said before. Triple Black Whirlwind, you want to run 3. You pretty much have to run 3. You want to see this card as much as possible. This card is your main, like, your main search card, I guess. When a Blackwing monster is no more summoned to the field, you can add in Black monster from your deck with less attack points. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to like normal summon your bigger monsters to search your smaller ones. But yeah, triple Icarus attack. This card is extremely powerful as well, especially in a Blackwing deck. You tribute 1 winged beast monster and then target 2 cards in the field and destroy them. It has to be 2 cards though. You can't target like 1 card. It has to be 2. It's not like Twin Twister. So that yeah, you have like a Icarus attack set or something, and then you like tribute Zephyros Elite off of it, or you can tribute your Wise Strix as well, because this is also a winged beast and you don't really need it after it's used its effect. It actually probably is better to tribute the Wise Strix because you're gonna want to like make another Wise Strix, because that's why I'm running 2 to get another search basically, or a special summon. So yeah, triple Icarus attack. This card's really good. The entire deck is basically like winged beasts. 2 of the Black Sonic. You don't really have to run this card. I like it. It's sort of like Mirror Force, but like it banishes, but only if you control a Blackwing monster. And then if you control exactly 3 Blackwing monsters, you can activate the card from your hand, which is nice. But I don't think I've used it all that much. And then 2 of the Blackbird Close. You don't have to run this card either. I like this card though because it negates monster effects if you control a Blackwing. I guess you have to tribute a Blackwing, and then you negate the activation. And then if you do destroy, and then you can special summon 1 Blackwinged dragon from your extra deck. And then if you control a Blackwing Synchro monster or Blackwing dragon, you can activate this card from your hand. That's pretty nice. That's the main deck. Yeah, but I'm just running this card just because it negates monster effects. You can run like Strike as well, but I'm just running this card because it also gives me like a free Blackwing Dragon. It's sort of like Starlight Road in that aspect, where it'll summon Stardust Dragon, but I think Stardust Dragon might be a little bit more useful in this, in terms of like a level 8 dragon type monster. Anyways, I'm running 2 of the Blackwing Full Armor Master. This card's really powerful. It's unaffected by card effects. And then each time your opponent's monster activates an effect, place 1 wedge counter on that opponent's monster. After that effect resolves, once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls with a wedge counter and then take control of it. Also, once per turn during the end phase, you can destroy all monsters on the field with wedge counters. So that's really powerful. He's got 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. He's really easy to make in this deck because you just need these 2 guys. This guy's also good because if like you have this guy on the field and you summon this guy, you can just have this guy gain 4 levels, and now you have a level 6 and a level 4, and you can summon him. So that's really nice as well. So I really want to run this guy at 2. You could run him at 3, but I think probably 3 is too much. 1 Trishula. There's a lot of level 4s in this deck. It's also like level 2, level 3, and then level 4 makes Trishula as well. You're not going to be summoning this guy all that much just because this guy's effect makes it so you can only summon dark monsters, but you do summon this guy a decent amount, and Trishula is a very extremely powerful monster, so you are going to want to run the 1. I'm also running a Crystal Wing. Same thing, you're not going to summon this guy all too much, but because of this guy's effect, but you are going to summon him a decent amount. simply because like there's level 7s and then there's level 1 tuner, so that's perfect for Crystal Wing. And then I'm running one of the Blackwing Dragon just because I'm running the Blackbird Close. So this guy, if you take damage from a card effect, place one Black Feather counter on this card instead. This card loses 700 attack for each black counter. Black Feather counter on it. Once per turn, you can remove all Black Feather counters from this card and then target one. If it's a monster your opponent controls, that target loses 7 attack for each Black Feather counter on this card, and if it does, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack. So it's kind of nice. It's more of like a burn card. It also protects you from like effect damage. So that's nice. And then one Blackwing Raikiri, or Assault Blackwing Raikiri. I like this card because it allows me to pop back row. If you didn't know, this card, if it's synchro summoned using a Blackwing monster as a material, it's treated as a tuner, which is kind of sucky, because, you know, I don't want it to be treated as a tuner most of the time. You want it to be accessible for Crystal Wing, but it's fine. Normally you'll go for this guy first, and then like later you'll go for like Obsidian Hawk Joe, and then bring him back. But this guy can he can target cards on the field up to the number of other Blackwing monsters you control and then destroy them. So generally, during the combo, you'll get like maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 pops. If you've already used Zephyrus' effect and you haven't synchro summoned the big guy yet. But yeah, that guy's effect is pretty nice. I usually go for him first. I'm running one Blackwing Tamer, Obsidian Hawk Joe. This card's really good because you can target one level 5 or higher winged beast type monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So generally your synchro monsters, I guess you could summon this guy too. You don't really need to though, but it is an option, you know, because he's level 6 and you can just make another one of these guys if he gets like banished or something. But like a monster effect. No, I guess he couldn't be banished if he gets like beat over. Yeah, you can special summon that, and then you can, during either player's turn when your opponent activates card effect or attacks, you can change the target so he protects himself in that aspect. And then, you know, if you change target, and then you can just generally bring that card back with his effect next turn or something. And then I'm running one Blackwing Armor Master. This card just cannot be destroyed by battle, so it's like the opposite effect of Full Armor Master. And then I think he pierces as well, doesn't he? Place one wedge counter on monsters. You move all wedge counters. No, okay, he doesn't pierce. Oh no, you take no battle damage. That's what it was. I haven't read this card's effect. I just know that he couldn't be destroyed by battle. And then I'm running one No Thung. You're not really going to be summoning this guy very much, because that would mean you'd have to normal summon this guy and then, you know, get one of the level 4s back and go for a No Thung. But most of the time, you're just going to be going for like Wise Strix. So yeah, there's just one of the No Thung. He does come in handy though, because you can normal summon again on top of it. I'm running one Assault Blackwing, Soihaya, I guess that's what it is. I usually just refer to them like the levels, like the level 5 guy. But yeah, when he's summoned, you can summon one Assault Blackwing from the graveyard. That's his main effect. So generally, Raikiri, you'll summon. And then I'm running one Raid Rapid Force Strix. You don't really summon this guy very much. It's just if you have 2 level 4s, you can search and they're level 4 from the deck. So you can search like this guy. And then one Troymer Unicorn. He's dark, so you can summon him even off this guy's effect. So, you know, if you have like, generally after the combo you'll have Zephyrus the Elite and then this guy, so you can like summon Troymer Unicorn and then discard a card to flip a card back to the deck. Just one Troymer Unicorn though, and then just one Needle Fiber as well. I was running 2 originally, but you don't summon this card very much. What you use generally is Wise Strix, which has a really similar effect. It's got two arrows pointing down like diagonally each. Um, it has like 100 less attack points, but like it's dark, and you don't really need the tuner. It doesn't need to be a tuner as well. So it's just two Darkwing Beast monsters. So you can use like any card in the deck. Basically, it doesn't need to be a tuner, and then it doesn't need to grab a tuner either. It just needs to be level 4, which is perfect because then you can go for like one of the level 7s when you have like Gale in the hand. So, in my opinion, this card is generally, I mean, especially because during the combo you can't summon Needle Fiber anyway. So this guy comes in handy like way more, having two. So you definitely need to run two, if not three. You don't need to run the Needle Fiber. I don't really summon it all that much. Nothing in the extra deck is tuners by default, so his effect to like protect, he like trades himself out into a tuner synchro monster. It doesn't come at all in this deck. You could also run like Coral Dragon, I guess, but Coral Dragon's not dark, so a lot of the time you're not really going to be summoning Coral Dragon. But yeah, just that's it, I guess. This is my Blackwing deck. I like it. It's kind of like there's just like a bunch of monsters, and I like decks where there's like a bunch of combos and you go into like a bunch of synchro monsters and stuff. So yeah, this is the deck. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, the ways I can like improve the deck without making it super like not fun to play and like super competitive and stuff. Because I like my decks to be fun. I like to have fun playing the decks. If I think like, wow, this is not fun for my opponent to play against like at all, then it's not fun for me to play either. Like if it's just super meta, like that's just not fun for me. So, anyways, yeah, leave a comment. Let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.